Welcome to the Joint Contractor Employee Safety Awareness video. This video presentation is intended for personnel that are exposed to mobile earth-moving equipment on the project. The information provided will contribute to existing training and knowledge of earth-moving equipment and comply with Minnesota Rule 5207.1000. The information provided in this presentation corresponds to the requirements listed in the rule to be discussed with workers on the construction site exposed to mobile earth-moving equipment. The topics covered are approaching equipment, which includes communication and visibility, operators' responsibilities that include equipment inspections, clear path inspections, safe operating procedures, and working around overhead and underground utilities, blind spots, identification of hazards associated with changing conditions, and lastly, high-visibility personal protective equipment. The Minnesota rule states that safe working procedures on how to approach mobile earth-moving equipment, whether in use or idling, should include visual, voice, or signal communication that is made with the operator prior to approaching, maintaining visibility, the operator's responsibilities and steps required for a safe approach. When working around mobile earth-moving equipment, you must make yourself visible to the operator. You need to alert them of your presence when working or walking in travel areas of vehicles or equipment. When you need to approach the operator, make your intentions well known. Be patient and do not approach until the operator made eye contact and gives a signal or gesture that it is safe to approach. If you are not visible to the operator, a CB or phone communication can be used in place of visual gestures. After a person has grabbed the operator's attention and expressed their need to approach the equipment, the operator must stop, place the transmission in neutral, and set the parking brake. Once these steps are completed, then they will communicate back that it is now safe. If it is not possible or safe to approach, the operator must clearly communicate that to the other person. Never work, park, or walk in the equipment operator's blind spots. It is the responsibility of the operator to conduct daily equipment inspections according to the manufacturer's recommendations. Along with the inspections, the operator must check the surrounding area of the equipment for a clear path prior to operating. The operator will know how to operate the equipment in a safe manner that includes traveling, backing, parking, loading for transportation, maintenance, and operation. When operators are working around or adjacent to underground or overhead utilities, operators must follow regulations from OSHA 1926. Overhead utilities and equipment can be found in 1926.600. Operators must keep a safe distance away from overhead power lines. The safe distances operators must maintain according to the voltage of the power lines can be found in this section of the standard. Part 1926.651 for excavation around underground utilities. Operators and crew members are to follow these rules along with Gopher State 1 Call, MinOps, and their company policies regarding underground utilities. It is important for everyone on site to be aware of and able to identify operators' blind spots on various earth-moving equipment. Blind spots are the space around a vehicle or a piece of equipment that is not visible to the operator. From the operator's position on the machine, a certain amount of visibility is available through direct line of sight and with the use of mirrors. However, the coverage is not complete. Each type of equipment has different blind spots. Operators are focused on gauges, tasks, and conditions. A basic rule of thumb is that if you can't see the operator also can't see you. Being struck by or backed over by heavy equipment or other vehicles on a construction site remains one of the leading causes of death or injury for construction workers. Because heavy equipment operators have an extremely hard time seeing employees working nearby, behind and around earth-moving equipment can be dangerous. These types of injuries and deaths can be prevented with pre-planning, which is the core for any construction site to operate safely. The diagrams to the right display a bird's eye view of the equipment with shaded areas to indicate the limited or no visibility the operator's experiences in various equipment. In the upcoming slides, more details are provided on the various equipment one would expect to see at a construction site. Skid steers are among the most versatile pieces of equipment used on a construction site. This is due to their size, turn radius, and various attachments for a piece of equipment to be used to perform many different tasks on site. The design of skid steers limits the visibility to the sides and rear, the rear being the largest blind spot. Loaders are used for scooping up loose materials from the ground and moving it from one place to another without pushing the materials. Loaders can maneuver around the site carrying materials or switch from a bucket attachment to forks or clamshell bucket for picking up other large heavy objects that need to be relocated. Front-end loader operators experience limited visibility all around the equipment. Blind spots are to the front and rear of the loader and have additional areas that obstruct the operator's view. The headlights, ROPs, windshield wiper, mounted electronics, and exhaust all cause obstructions of visibility to the operator. The excavator has blind spots in the rear and side of the boom. The yellow shaded area is considered visible to the operator, and the red shaded area around the excavator displays where the operator cannot see. The illustration using a pie chart gives excellent representation of how an excavator can rotate 360 degrees. The operator can only see 1/3 of the surrounding area and is always located in front of the cab. As the excavator rotates, as does the blind spots, mirrors on excavator offer limited view to extend past the cab side of the equipment. Keep this in mind when working near mobile equipment that has a swing radius similar to a crane. The picture next to the excavator illustration provides a perspective of what the operator can and cannot see from the cab and offers representation of how large of a blind spot the boom creates. Bulldozers have blind spots located in the rear and front of the blade. The ROPs of the cab create blind spots to both left and right as displayed in the picture on the right of this slide. When working near bulldozers, stay clear from the front and rear and always approach from the sides. Motor graders have blind spots to the rear and front of the equipment. Do not work in the blind spots of the motor grader as they tend to drive in a forward direction and can reverse sporadically. Spot scraper operators have blind spots in both the front and rear of the equipment. The cab does offer large windows for viewing, but does not eliminate the ability to see past the rear section of the equipment. Due to the height off the ground, makes it difficult to see directly in front of the cab. When working near scrapers, keep to the sides of the equipment where the operator has a better view of the surrounding areas without obstructions. A road roller, sometimes called a roller compactor, or just roller, is used to compact soil, gravel, concrete, or asphalt in the construction of roads and foundations. Notice in the slide images that operators cannot see what is directly in front of or behind the rollers. When working around this type of earth-moving equipment, make sure you are standing or working on the sides of the equipment so the operator can see you. Along with heavy equipment, trucks are vital on a construction site as well. There are a variety of trucks working on site that could be delivering materials, fueling equipment, or relocating equipment that contribute to a high-traffic construction site with all other work activities going on. It is important to be aware of your surroundings and the traffic patterns to prevent incidents. The blind spots of dump trucks, side and end dumps, are in the rear and on both sides of the vehicle. The right side has a larger blind spot than the left. Dump trucks have a higher chance of being involved with a backover incident. To prevent injuries and fatalities, do not work, park, or walk in their blind spots. To maintain visibility with the driver, approach from the left side and keep a reasonable distance away from the trucks and off of travelways used by trucks on site. Remember, if you cannot see the driver, then the driver cannot see you. Any additional hazards created by changing conditions will be communicated at the construction site. To ensure safety and visibility, all personnel on the construction site must wear high-visibility personal protective equipment. Each person on the ground exposed to mobile earth-moving equipment must wear a high-visibility vest or garment. The vest or garment must be Class 2 and meet the ANSI Standard 107-2004 and contain retro-reflective material. A Class 2 garment is required for daylight hours. During night operations or low visibility, workers on the construction site are required to add high-visibility pants containing retro-reflective bands. If the vest or garment becomes faded, torn, stained, or defaced, it will need to be removed and replaced immediately. This concludes the Joint Contractor Employee Safety Awareness video presentation on Minnesota Rule 5207.1000, Mobile Earth Moving Equipment. We are required to obtain documentation of those who viewed this presentation and have been provided the necessary information to be on the construction site. After this video is finished, please continue on to the next page to complete the quiz and acknowledgement form. You will receive a copy of the acknowledgement form sent to the email provided. Please keep your copy for the duration of the project. We look forward to seeing you on site and want to thank you for your commitment to safety.